Hello, humans. Yeah. Uh, it's Thursday. Um, I don't really feel like talking, so making a video blog feels, a little counterintuitive. And yeah, um, I mainly feel like being very quiet, and it's it's interesting trying to work on days like this, um, because my energy is low. I'm I have a womb and I menstruate, and I'm in my premenstrual phase of my cycle, and it really changes. My energy levels are really different, um, depending on where I am in each of the 4 stages. And one of the things I committed to with this project was trying to map my rehearsal schedule in line with my cycle as much as possible. Because, I noticed for a long time when I was working in the theatre industry that I was constantly being asked to push and function the same every week or every day, which really doesn't work for my body at all. And I think it's one of the things about our society. It's one of the social norms that I really disagree with. This idea that we have the same productivity all the time. I feel like we're often being asked to function rather than be human. Like having the same working hours in the summer as in the winter doesn't make any sense to me. And expecting people to kind of do the same all the time when everything is always changing. And if you are a woman with a womb, and you're menstruating, or if you're going through menopause, there's so much change happening. And this idea that we have a fixed, do the same every day, every week, all year round, seems like a form of social insanity, socially acceptable insanity to me. So, last week when I was in my ovulation stage of my cycle, I had a lot of energy and I could do a long rehearsal period, 4 or 5 hours at a time, which is a lot when you're just working with yourself. And today I've done an hour, and that's enough. I've had to work really hard to shift that in my brain, and I still have to work really hard to give myself permission to do less or more depending on where I am in my cycle and how I feel and what the weather's doing and what time of year it is. And there's something of that in the show for me around... a friend of mine was asking, another amazing human that's working on this project with me was asking some questions, some of which I'm going to answer another day, but one of them was about what social norms do I disagree with, or what am I wanting to kind of challenge with this project. And when I've had periods in the last 5 years or so where I've been... Here come the fingers. Where I have to find another way, but I don't know what the other way is. Unwell, I'm going to do it again. And I'm saying it and I'm doing the fingers because I feel like maybe things are upside down sometimes culturally and socially in terms of what we class as well and what we consider unwell. And there have been some times in my life in the last 5 years or so when I've been considered unwell by various definitions or various social measuring sticks, because I've been processing trauma, because I've been in a healing process, because I've been working through lived experiences in my past, and whilst going through those processes, you really realise that our system and our structures are not set up for flexibility and fluidity as much as they need to be. And I think that is changing little bit by little bit, which is great. But yeah, one really big thing for me in navigating my health and wellness and unwellness and mental wellness and physical wellness is a need for flexibility and fluidity, and a need to be able to really shift what I can and can't do one day to the next, or sometimes 1 hour to the next. And when we're in process with trauma, that can be particularly the case. Things can kind of get heightened, and we can have a real need to be really flexible and really fluid and change things very regularly in order to kind of regulate ourselves. And yeah, there's something in that about there's something in the show about learning how can we culturally and socially embrace fluidity and flexibility and change and a need for things to be different as a socially acceptable norm, rather than having these kind of very linear ideas of, well, we have to do it like this all the time. And I feel like they're narratives that our culture can perpetuate, narratives around productivity and functionality and needing to kind of operate more like a piece of machinery in a cog, a cog in a big piece of machinery, rather than an individual autonomous being. I don't know where I've gone with this today. I'm on a tangent. In terms of the show today and rehearsals, I was noticing I was licking my lips a lot yesterday, and I'm doing it today. And that's because I'm thirstier, which also relates to my menstrual cycle. This section of my menstrual cycle, I'm really thirsty all the time. So yeah, that's a little bit of information that you may or may not know. You need more water when you're premenstrual. Yeah, so today I just danced for an hour and went over the choreography that I was lucky enough to be supported in creating with Sarah yesterday, who's now gone back to where she lives. And I remembered it, which is great, because I was expecting that might not be the case, but it's gone in, so that's good. And yeah, that's it. Soft, short, quiet day, ruminating on cycles and fluidity and flexibility, and yeah, the need to go gently when it's needed. Ooh, all the words and all the minutes. There we go. Look, I got 8 minutes and 45 seconds, even though I didn't really feel like talking. There's something in that, I'm sure. Okay. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye.